First, we're going to take a look at the lineup. You got Marte, Guillermo, McNeil, Alonso, Lindor, Nimmo, Canna, Smith, and McCann, with Escobar, Nido, Ruff, and Naquin. Jeff McNeil, Graham, whatever his name is, Guillaume, whatever, I don't know. Put his name in the comments if you're a Mets fan. Starling Marte, Francisco Lindor. Nobody's safe in this lineup. I could trade any of these guys if I want to. Nobody's safe, especially this bench as well. Nobody's safe there. Rotation. I'm going to have to say that DeGrom is kind of safe, kind of not. I might move him. He might leave in the actual offseason. Once again, I asked in the last rebuild of the St. Louis Cardinals. If you haven't seen that, check in the playlist down below, and it'll be show 22 rebuilds, or up in that corner of the actual screen, or one of these two corners of the screen. Most likely over there. But if you guys want to see an offseason rebuild, drop in the comments down below of the Mets if you guys want to see that, or any offseason rebuilds. But back to the topic of the rotation. DeGrom, most likely safe, but we never know. Scherzer, most likely safe, but everybody else probably going to be gone, maybe staying. And bullpen needs some work besides Edwin Diaz. We're moving Starling Marte's $19.5 million to the Milwaukee Brewers in exchange for Hunter Renfroe. I know we have traded for Hunter Renfroe a million times, but I don't care how many times we traded for him. He's a good player. He's an 88 overall, 30 years old. He can contribute to this team, and in the next rebuilds, I might trade for him in every single rebuild. I don't try to, but if he feels like he can help the team win, I'm going to trade for him. So we're picking him up once again to add to the Mets for Starling Marte and Alex Ramirez. We're trading Lindor to an arch rival. Doesn't matter. We get some cap back. We're bringing up Dansby Swanson. Swanson, contact pretty good. Not much power. Has some defense on him. He'll be a really good fit for this Mets team. He's going to his arch rivals, and his team beat the Mets out of the title. So he's going to come over to the Mets and try to bring them a division title. And he's going to be paired along Jeff McNeil in the infield positions for Francisco Lindor, Dominic Smith, and Luke Ritter. Francisco Lindor, just too much money. And they're the same overall. We shed some cap there, which will help us in the long run. Quinn Brody, Yolmer Sanchez, and Eduardo Escobar are getting shipped over to Seattle across the United States for Eugenio Suarez, who will be traveling all the way to the Queens. Decent player, 30 years old. He can play first base and shortstop. His average hasn't been good lately, but his on-base percentage has been decent, and his slugging percentage has been good. So he's more of a power hitter for us. Had 31 home runs last year in Cincinnati in 2021. And then 2019 he had 49. So if he can get back to like 50 home runs, that'll be key for us. He's going to play that third base position. And they're around the same cap space. So, I mean, we practically don't gain any cap, which is good. Trading Thomas Nido, Tyler Naquin, and Sean Reed Foley for Jose Trevino. Now, Jose Trevino might not be the catcher that we end up with at the end of the season, but we're going to pick him up for now. Contact against lefties pretty good. Now, we might go get another catcher to bat against righties who could be our starting catcher. For right now, he's going to be our starting catcher until we get another catcher. Or if we don't end up getting another catcher, he will be the starting catcher for this Mets team. He just travels to the Queens as he's in New York, so easy move for him. And we shed some cap. We shed $4 million from Naquin, so that can help us with the long run term and give us more mobility to add more high cap players and better players to this team to help them make it to the World Series as we hope. Speaking of bringing another catcher to the team, we're bringing back former New York Met Travis d'Arnaud. Travis d'Arnaud, he also hits good against lefties, power-wise, and good against righties. So he will be most likely our starting catcher throughout, and Trevino could be our backup. And we might bet Trevino against lefties if we really feel like it. He played in New York from his rookie season, 2013, up till 2018. Then he went to Atlanta. And this is a good pickup. We have an 86 overall catcher and an 85 overall catcher. That's a good backstop duo there, which will help us with defensively, and they could do some damage offensively, I think. So hopefully they can do good. I mean, his last season, his most home runs in his season was 16. He did in 2019. So if he can put up something like that and bat like 250 for us, I will be happy. We're bringing Travis Arnaud back to the Mets. We're trading 3 prospects, Carlos Dominguez, Khalil Lee, and Jalen Palmer, for Anthony Santander. Santander is going to be our starting right fielder. We're going to move Hunter Renfroe to the DH. And they might flip-flop unless we go get another DH, which then, if we get another DH, a guy who hits bombs, we can switch Renfroe to right field once in a while and then put that other DH in. But most likely Renfroe will be our DH, and we're going to have Santander either be our right fielder or a bench piece, depending on how we feel. Mark Canha, Darren Ruff, and Joey Lucchesi are getting traded to the Twins in exchange for Trevor Larnach. We're moving Brandon Nimmo, Terrence Gore, and Devin Marrero in exchange for Adolis Garcia. Now, I'm a little hesitant on this, but I feel like his defense right here will help us, even though defense is not a key part in this stuff. So we're going to pull the trigger on the deal. I'm trading Chris Bassett, Yoan Lopez, and Jake Magnum to the Giants in exchange for Logan Webb. Logan Webb has been in the league for 3 seasons. This will be his 4th. He hasn't had a decent ERA, but I'm feeling like a new scenery might change that. I'm hoping he has a decent year. He's 24 years old, has 4 pitches. Please have a decent year for the Mets. And he's going to be probably our 3rd piece of the trying to make a big 3 maybe for the team with Scherzer and DeGrom. And we don't lose much cap. We don't gain much. We lose $8 million. So that is good for us. Gives us more room, as I already said, into adding bigger and better pitchers to this bullpen and rotation. I'm trading Omar De Los Santos and Taijuan Walker to the Cardinals in exchange for Miles Mikolas. Mikolas, ERA doesn't show it, but he is a good pitcher. Best season, 2018. First season back from wherever he was. I think he was in the Korean League or Japanese League. Came back, and he was phenomenal. Please repeat that with the Mets. And ERA doesn't show, but he was a really good pitcher for the Cardinals this year. I'm hoping the game can show that, and I'm hoping he has a really good season in a Mets uniform. We're trading 3 pitchers, David Peterson, Jordan Yamamoto, and Junior Santos in exchange for Tariq Skubal. Once again, ERA does not show it. I'm hoping a new scenery out of Detroit will give him a chance to be the pitcher that he is inside of him. Now, we'll never see that if he doesn't get out of Detroit, but I'm hoping this game can show that he is a good pitcher out of Detroit. I don't know what his stats are. I'm hoping he does really good here in New York and helps out this rotation. He is the 5th man, most likely, and he rounds out this rotation. On to the bullpen now. Let's upgrade this bullpen and get us to the World Series! We're bringing in Edwin Diaz's brother, Alexis Diaz, in exchange for Carlos Carrasco and Matt Winokur. I'm going to bring in Joe Jimenez and Andrew Chafin in exchange for Adam Ottavino, Marcel Renteria, and Robert Dominguez. I know Joe Jimenez is not the same overall as Adam Ottavino, but he's younger, and Andrew Chafin is also younger than him. So we get 2 pitchers for 1 pitcher, and we're giving up 2 prospects. So I feel like this is a good deal. We're not going to use those prospects at all. So this most likely should help us. Trading 3 bullpen pitchers, Tyler Meagle, Michael Givens, and John Curtis for Ryan Presley. We have the cap room. We're bringing him in. He's 33 years old, has the experience in the playoffs. We'll have 2 closer pitchers, and Diaz and Ryan Presley. And 3 pitchers once again, Drew Smith, Tommy Hunter, and Matthew Allen in exchange for Sam Hinges. Last 2021 season was not good ERA-wise. Whip was okay. He can throw fast. He's a lefty, so he's okay. Now, if he does do bad, we will ship him at the deadline. Most likely, we're going to keep him on the team. If he does, okay. He only pitched 30 games, so hopefully he can get some more. And he was 1-4, so I'm hoping he does good. Hoping he does really good. Coming from the Guardians to the Mets. He's in a bigger atmosphere, a bigger market, and maybe that makes him shine. Well, welcome to the Mets, Sam hinges or hinges. 3 pitchers once again. Jolie Rodriguez, Seth Lugo, and Eric Orzi in exchange for Blake Trinan. So we are done with trades for right now. So I'm going to work on the rotation lineup, and I'll catch you guys back when I'm done with that. We fixed our rotation and lineup, so let's take a look at them. Dansby Swanson, McNeil, Renfroe, and Alonso are the top 4 in the lineup. Then it was Suarez, Santander, Garcia, Larnach, and our Travis d'Arnaud round out the lineup. Then over in with left-handed pitcher, you got McNeil leading off with Swanson, Renfroe, and Alonso. Then you have Santander, Suarez, and Larnach, and then rounding out with Garcia and Trevino. Trevino's playing catcher here, while then d'Arnaud's playing catcher, and then you have McNeil leading off with then Swanson's leading off. Which we might just do that. Yeah, we'll just have McNeil lead off against righties and McNeil lead off against lefties as well. And then on the bench, you got Conforto, who used to be a Met. Goodrum, who can play practically in possession. And we got Cano, who used to be a Met as well. We bring those 2 guys back, Conforto and Cano, to try to win a World Series. I think we are ready to send personally. Looking at the team, we're first ranked, first pitching, third contact, second defense, 30th speed, and first power. We got the Nationals leading off. Kicking off our season, we end with the Atlanta Braves. We have made it to the end of the season, and we did not win the division. But we made it to the wild card. Atlanta beat us. They played Milwaukee. We played the Phillies, and then if we win, we play the Dodgers, and we move on basically like that. Cleveland plays Houston. Seattle got the 1 seed. New York plays Minnesota. Once again, we'll just look at the standings. There they are. So now let's go take a look at our stats. Jeff and Neal, 305, 12 home runs, 19, 279. 20 home runs, 237. 32, 258. 20, 222. 37, 272 for Santander. 24, 252. 12, 287. And 18, 264. We got Benintendi at the deadline. Larnach, 18 home runs, 255. 7, 223. 24, 276 for Thompson. We got deadline and 215. Now the pitching. DeGrom, 15 and 9, 220, 304 for Scherzer, 260 for Webb, 21 and 4 for Skubal, and 10 and 4 for Decimay. We got Decimay at the deadline. Then you got Pablo Lopez. That's his record, terrible. We got him at the deadline as well. 3 and 2. Okay. You can see his stat line. Trinans. Karinchak, we got a deadline. Alvarado. Fairbanks. Presley. And Diaz. Okay. Here we go. Aaron Nola versus DeGrom. We're going to hop in to, the simulation thing. Quick manage. And see how this game goes. Win or go home. We cannot lose this. We can lose it, but we don't want to. Let's get it. Here we go. It's tied all the way through still. 1-0 us. And we win. We're taking on the Dodgers in the National League Division Series. Here we go. Scherzer versus Urias. We win. Webb versus Buehler. We win. Skubal versus Gonsolin. We lose. Scherzer versus Urias. We win. Let's go. We're playing the Braves. DeGrom versus Strider. Lose. Okay. May versus Fried. We lose. Webb versus Wright. We win. Skubal versus Soroka. We lose. Okay, we got to come back. Basically, we got to win the rest. We're down 3-1. It's going to be tough. Okay, we won that game. We won 1-0. DeGrom pitched. We can't pitch DeGrom here. DeGrom's not going to pitch here. So we're at Truist Park. We're going to throw Logan Webb. I trust Logan Webb. Here we go. We need runs. Let's go. One of them. 2-3-1. Okay. 3-3 now. Okay, we're going to pull him now. Fairbanks. I trust Fairbanks. I blew it. Dansby Swanson going against his former team. Here we go. 8-6. Is it deep enough? And it's caught. And we lose. Another failed rebuilding challenge. And the Braves were National League champs. Dang it. Dang it, guys. I failed again. This team was good enough. I made trades. We had this game in the bag, but I trusted Fairbanks, and he couldn't get it done. Fairbanks gave it up. We lost. To our arch rivals. Mets have been eliminated from the playoffs by the Braves. 6-8. We should have won that. This should have been Game 7. Should be Game 7. And I'm just happy that my team fought. That the Mets fought. They won that game 1-0. And they go in there. Webb pitches a gem. Only gives up 2 runs. Pitches a gem. Offense is clicking. And just dies. It just dies. The offense dies right when I put Fairbanks in. Because I trusted Fairbanks. I should have went with Trinan. I should have went with somebody else. But I go with Fairbanks. Guy we got at the deadline who had a 1.52 ERA. Couldn't get it done. 99-63 we finished out of the season. And the Twins have defeated the Braves in the World Series. And a sweep. Okay, we're going to go look at the league leaders. Jacob deGrom strikeouts. Jacob deGrom ERA. Tariq Skubal wins. Our pitching rotation was dominant. DeGrom whip. Jacob deGrom war. Dansby Swanson doubles. I don't know if I'm going to trade for him anymore. No offense to actual Peter Fairbanks, but in the game, I don't think I'm ever going to trade for him again. Or never put him in that situation ever again. I might trade for him because he's a good pitcher, good overall, and it puts up a decent ERA, but I'm never going to put him in that situation ever again because we could have made it to the World Series. Maybe we would have lost in Game 7, but it's better losing in Game 7, I think, than Game 6. Because I feel like that could be some debate. People may think, yeah, losing Game 6 is better. But we put up a good fight. We had that game. We blew that game. We had it in our hands, in our grasps, and we lost it. It's like, took it away from us, like, snapped away, and it's gone. But whatever, we're going to look at the awards. Trevor Larnach, okay. Miranda. Jose Miranda won World Series MVP. Post MVP went to Ronald Acuna. Silver Slugger, Bryce Harper. Santander and Mookie Betts. You got Willie Adames. Dan Swanson was second on that. Austin Riley, Chisholm. Freddie Freeman, Pete Alonso was right by him. Will Smith. Okay, then Gold Glove, Santander. Adolis Garcia was the third in this. Michael Harris. Trevor Larnach wins it. Let's go. We have 2 of the 3 outfield positions goes to us. Okay. Shortstop goes to Nico Horner. Third base, Wendell. Jeff Vanille was third for it. Segura wins it. Olsen wins it. Alonso was third. Contreras, catcher, wins it. Pitcher, Taiwan Walker, guy we traded away. Bryce Harper wins Hank Aaron Award. Santander was second in that. Spencer Strider wins Rookie of the Year. Evan Phillips, Reliever of the Year. Rafael Tega, Batting Title. Cy Young goes to Alcantara, Skubal, and DeGrom. Also made. So Skubal might be on our radar for the next rebuild to come because he pitched really phenomenal. 21-4, 2.67 ERA. Pitched phenomenal as well, DeGrom. This was a good pitching round team and a good offense. Just once again, Peter Fairbanks. And I'm not blaming on him because we couldn't score offense after that. And Anthony Santander was third in the running for MVP. I'm not showing the stats. I don't feel like it. I just don't. So that will do it for today's video. If you did enjoy this Mets rebuild, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and you turn your post notifications on. So you don't miss any post. You can check the description down below for information on this video and channels I'd like you to check out. Drop a comment down below if you want to see off-season rebuilds. But that is going to do it for today's video. I'm XO Jr. I'm out. Peace. I'll see you in the next video.